Dear students, welcome to our class on Numerical Weather Prediction 4. This is the fourth class of our Numerical Weather Prediction Understanding. Now, in this class, we try to understand Numerical Weather Prediction Operational System for Short Range Weather Forecasting. Numerical Weather Prediction Models operational system for short range weather forecasting. Here, what are the numerical weather prediction products, model analysis, what is the forecasting procedure and limitations of numerical weather prediction models. Since we understood what are the very high advantages, there are certain limitations. Of course, in the third class we also tried to understand what are the limitations and drawbacks. In addition to that, what are the limitations at present, so that okay, you will have some good idea of it. Now, see, India Meteorological Department started. See, actually, National Center Medium Range Weather Forecasting, which was established in the year 1988, it is exclusive for the farming community. Starting from land preparation, seed bed preparation, that's what we are, sowing, intercultivation, vegetative phase, during the reproductive phase, maintenance of the crop, for the stresses, biotic and abiotic stresses, harvesting time, at every level weather plays an important role. So, in the year 1988, National Center for Meteorological Weather Forecasting was established in New Delhi, Noida. Now, see, the short-range weather forecast, for example, here in this class, I take short-range weather forecasting. It is a part of the global or you can say planetary level systems, no doubt. Short-range forecast of monsoon, for example. Okay, short-range forecast monsoon only. Okay, we get it. How it is being done now? Actually, in the Agromet advisory units, DAMUs, in that I have discussed about the Agromet advisories. Now here, from the point of view of model, we discuss. From the point of view of model, numerical weather prediction, ensemble technique, they are using it. In the numerical weather prediction, ensemble technique, they are using it. That's what we are going to understand in this class. Finally, small limitation. That was nothing more than this. Okay, now, you see, the forecasts are generated through multi-modal ensemble technique. This bit will come in the SRF. National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting issues short range weather forecasting using multi-modal ensemble technique. What is multi-modal ensemble technique? MMA, I discussed with you. It is scientific analysis and comparison, scientifically analyzed and outcome of different models after assimilation into numerical weather prediction model. I repeat once again, several models outputs are assimilated. If it is difficult to assimilate, they go for initial values as best as possible predictions. Then they analyze it and give the product, for example, spaghetti diagrams, wonderful diagrams, dissemination, archiving, what, everything is there. So, this is the thing. National Center for Meteorological Forecast uses multimodal ensemble (MME) procedure. This is what. Now, see, the models used in the MME, okay, for the district level up to 2008 are ECMWF, NCEP, GFS, and JMA. Now, presently, from 2009 onwards, 5 models: NCMRWF T254, ECMWF, JMA, NCEP, and UKMO in place of JMJ. Now, these are for operational forecast. What is the model analysis and forecast fields? Model, see, again I am telling, in this class, we are discussing the system of a computer, not Agromet advisory bulletin, not Agromet advisory service, Agromet advisory at the district level, not level. So, from the model wise, numerical weather prediction into the numerical MME, multimodal, how it is used, that's what we are discussing. Again, second time I am telling you. So here we should know what is the model analysis and forecast fields. Numerical data assimilation scheme. Numerical data assimilation scheme provides the initial conditions required to start the numerical forecast. Third class I told. Input pre-processing. In that what has happened? Numerical data assimilation scheme provides the initial conditions. That's it. Post-processing of the model initial fields at the standard pressure level for generation of graphical outputs. Generation of graphical outputs are given. See, this is the thing. So this is called model analysis. This bit will come. Please understand this point. Please note if time permits or otherwise kindly listen. Post-processing of model. Post-processing of model initial fields at the standard pressure level for generation of graphical outputs are called model analysis field. Are called model analysis field. What is it? Initial values are there. How they are converted into graphical outputs is called model analysis. Of course, the operational local area model of IMD consists of real-time processing of data received from global telecommunication system. That's what GTS we call it. Okay, and objective analysis by three-dimensional multivariate optimum interpolation schemes. Let us say in only one word, global telecommunication systems do the objective analysis. Okay, this is what with reference to model analysis. Model analysis. That means how Agromet advisory is produced. Okay, model analysis is required. We need information on 5, rainfall, maximum temperature, minimum temperature, cloud amount, okay, wind. These are the things. NCMRW. Once again I repeat it. Cloud amount. First one is the maximum minimum temperature. Before that rainfall and wind speed. So these are the things. So we get so what are the outputs of these numerical weather prediction models through ensemble technique? Or there are direct products and derived products. Direct products: wind, temperature, pressure, geopotential, height, relative humidity and rainfall. Once again I would like to say direct products, wind, temperature, pressure, relative humidity, rainfall. Derived product: vorticity, divergence, vertical wind shear, moisture flux. So these are all the derived products. So this is what we get from this thing, in the Agromet advisory bulletin. These products in the third class I told, try to recollect, the responsibility of the forecaster lies in predicting the weather variables rather than forecasting. Forecasting is done at different stages by innumerable combinations. First, the forecaster has to forecast the numerical numbers of the weather variables first. From there, different equations, law of conservation of momentum, conservation of energy, conservation of mass, basic gas laws, all these things come into the model. So, to be very straight and simple forward, to give information to Agromet advisory bulletin, these parameters, what the parameters that are 2 times, 3 times I told. So, those parameters are forecast. Forecast means, from the initial values, the forecast for 3 days, at least 5 days. Okay, so 5 days, for example, 3 days minimum. Okay, 24 hours to 3 days, short range forecasting. Now casting 6 hours, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes depending upon the extreme weather event is there, for every hour may be given. So that's why in the short range weather forecast, these direct and derived products are first brought. Now next step is forecast procedure. Simple forecast procedure with reference to models only I would like to see. Simple forecast procedure involves 3 steps. Number 1, quantitative assessment of synoptic situation. Quantitative, not qualitative. Quantitative assessment of the synoptic situations. Assessment of prevailing synoptic conditions. Now, third one is the subjective value addition. Subjective value addition. That means, depending upon the forecaster's experience, he will add something. Again, I would like to say that forecast procedure. Forecast that is followed at the laboratory level, you can say, not at the field level dissemination. The first one is the quantitative assessment of the synoptic situations. Second thing is the assessment of the prevailing synoptic conditions and subjective value addition to numerical guidance based on the knowledge of the synoptic topography, etc. Now, see, two things I would like to share with you. Usually, in the numerical weather prediction, particularly with reference to shortage weather, two things are there. Monsoon depression, low pressures. These are two things. These are the driving forces of the Indian summer monsoon. It's not only for at a different time scales and also spatial scales. Okay, again I repeat, monsoon depressions, monsoon lows, that's what we call it. So what is monsoon depressions? I discussed it in the weather forecasting for agriculture elaborately. Monsoon depressions, once they are formed in the northern part of the Bay of Bengal, the amount of rainfall is more. It all nowadays due to climate change. I discussed in the Indian monsoons and climate change. Usually several years back it was 12 used to be monsoon depression, but unfortunately they are in the last 2 decades as low as 4 monsoon depressions are formed. Now there is again monsoon trough. In the short-range weather forecast, two things basically: monsoon depressions, monsoon troughs. So the information of these two is basis. Now, what is the trough? Trough shifts towards the foothills of Himalayas. Monsoon gets weaker. Trough shifts towards the southern side of the equatorial trough, mean equatorial trough. That is 5 kilometers and 20 degrees latitude. Okay, below. Now, see, copious amount of rainfall is there. Southern side shift, copious amount. Northern side shift of the monsoon low. So these two are forecast, model analysis and forecast. In the forecast, they take care of these things. Now, the limitations of, finally, in this class, the limitations of numerical weather prediction models we try to understand. Of course, before one goes for further improvement in the numerical weather prediction, one should have a thorough knowledge of the performance statistics. What was the performance? How in the year 1960, journey started. So performance statistics, first they should see it. Now, second thing is the problem. Of course, 50 to 80% of the errors, model errors, are due to systemic errors. The system errors, not anything else, which can be definitely, which are being addressed, I can say, which can be not. No. Which are being addressed by the scientists, meteorologists in a wonderful way, absolutely no problem. Even though there is a limitation, they are addressing it, the improvements are going on. Then, we can say one thing indeed. By multi-model assembly, through numerical weather prediction, local area models are capable of giving short-range weather forecasts to the farmers in an excellent way. This much is the statement, take-home statement, please. Okay, now see here. So the outlook for the future over the years, numerical weather prediction models are playing increasingly dominant role. Of course, adequate knowledge and skills have to be acquired for judicious use of numerical weather prediction products in the short range, particularly in this short range. The knowledge of operational forecasts are essential. So there is a need for a massive modernization program, which is going on now at present in a massive program. What is the mass? See, non-conventional generation of data, reliable radars, Doppler radars, satellites, and from the oceans, from the desert areas, from the high altitude, that is hilly regions. So observations, density of observation, quality of observations, these are the things that are being taken into consideration as far as the short-range weather forecasting is concerned. In view of the importance of good quality, high-density observations to ingest into a simulation cycle of high-resolution numerical weather prediction models, the IMD has been in the process of implementing massive modernization program. See, NCMRWF is entrusted with certain responsibilities. Basically, Ministry of Earth Sciences, India Meteorological comes under Ministry of NCMRWF also comes under that one. Now, I was fortunate to interact with my senior colleagues. I was very, very fortunate. Certain retired director generals of IMD, I was very fortunate to learn from them. And present generation of younger scientists, more resource, more dynamic, highly qualified, skilled. They from them I get input. Even today morning also I got good information from IMD. So what I would like to impress upon is that modernization program is going on in a massive way. Short range weather forecasts are going to be issued by India Meteorological Department through. Okay, of course, NCMRWF is doing a wonderful role for the service of farmers. This is what I would like to share with you in this particular class of 4, numerical weather prediction 4. Thanking you very much for your patient hearing.